Alright, so I took the spark plug boot off and I cut back some of the wire from the ignition coil to the spark plug wire. I'm gonna turn it over and see if I can get a spark out of it. Gonna pull this one out and buy a new one. Alright, finally got the parts in for this thing. Parts have been taking a long time to get, but yeah, so we're gonna install this new ignition coil. Basically, this starter is intermittent, and it's because the supply wire on it doesn't seem to get the correct voltage. The wiring seems to be okay, but it could just be old wiring, so I'm going to add a relay. That's going to be your ground. This is going to be your main. It's going to be your trigger wire. This is going to be supply whatever you're trying to supply. So what we're doing is we're going to splice the supply wire straight into the starter supply from the main battery. The trigger cable is going to go from the original trigger cable for the starter. This is going to be our supply to the starter. So this is going to trigger it, and this is going to, then it'll open up main voltage from the main battery cable, and this is our ground. Pretty simple. Little modification that you can do that will, if you have a problem with your starter just being intermittent and not starting all the time. All right, there you are. So we're gonna hook our ground right here. All right, so in the end, this is what we got. This is our relay. It's grounded here. We have our signal wire here, which is actually just connected from the input from the starter, the old input. Then we have our main power, which is running from here, from our main battery. And then this is our supply, which is going to supply the new connection to the starter. Pretty simple, but what that will do is when the key's turned on, the starter will get full voltage. For some reason, this thing's getting kind of like shoddy voltage, which this whole thing's been kind of neglected. The wiring's not that great. So we're basically bypassing the old school wiring and putting a relay in so it gets the proper amount of voltage. Yeah, so pretty much that works every time. It's a good way to make sure that if you're having problems with your starter, if you have intermittent starting problems, easy money.